Hello, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I am, there we go. Okay. Trying to get on my Instagram live as well. I want to make sure that this is muted. Perfect. Okay. Technology, guys. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I hope that you are enjoying the day so far, that you're feeling the love, that you're sending out the love, because let's all face it, we all need a little bit more in our life. And make sure that you know that you are giving yourself the love and care and respect that you deserve. And that should be every day, right? I mean, the love should be every day. Um, but it is nice to have a day to really focus on it and really be intentional, because that allows for the next step of being more intentional the next day too. So I just hope that you feel the love and you're giving the love too today. Um, I am wanting to talk about a very delicious treat that is often used to celebrate today, and that is chocolate. So, not just any chocolate, right? Um, Unfortunately, not all chocolate is created equally. So, today I'm going to be focusing on dark chocolate specifically. And I love my dark chocolate as well. Um, so I definitely get the chocolate cravings like many people do. Um, and we can still enjoy it. We can enjoy it in a way that's very beneficial for our body. And so today I'm going to talk about the dark chocolate benefits. So unfortunately, the milk chocolate is not as great for our health. It tastes delicious, right? But a lot of times that's because it has added sugar in it. It has, the way it's processed, it has other additional chemicals usually, or, it's used in different like candies and that kind of stuff that maybe might not be as great for you as well. And so the milk chocolate, there has been some research as well that when milk is added to the chocolate, you don't really get to absorb the benefits of chocolate like you would if it was pure dark chocolate. Um, so just to get going, I want to talk about a couple fun facts. So the average American consumes roughly 12 pounds of chocolate each year, and over 75 billion is spent annually worldwide on chocolate. Like that is huge. So with a love this big, we want to make sure that we are still able to enjoy this treat, but doing so in a way that is intentional for our health and well-being, while also, enjoying life. So you can have both. You can have both. So that's the awesome thing. So when it comes to darker chocolate, the benefits are kind of all over the board. So it's higher in fiber, it's rich in iron, which is wonderful. It's full of antioxidants, and it's these antioxidants that are really providing a lot of these benefits. Same with, the fiber and iron too. But the antioxidants, they go around in our body and they neutralize free radicals and protect our cells and body from damage, and can help prevent disease as well, or reduce the risk of disease down the road. So they're like the little defenders. They're security guards. They are protecting ourselves. They're going around making sure everything is good, fighting off some bad guys. So they're little heroes. If I were to explain it to my kids, right? So we have the little villains that go around, like the different toxins or the different chemicals, or maybe even sugar. Um, you know, Not sugar in like the broad sense, but like the added sugar from foods. Um, so, a lot of different things that can go around and damage our body. These heroes, called the antioxidants, go around and fight them off, and just help protect our body overall. So, antioxidants that are part of chocolate are flavonoids and polyphenols. So, cocoa has been shown to have high count of polyphenols and flavonoids. And so, the higher the percentage of cocoa or cacao, the more antioxidants you will get. So I try to tell people to really your minimum that you want to aim for is 70%. I tell people to go above that. So if you can get more like 75%, 80%, I know it starts to get bitter, but the more bitter it gets, actually, the better it is for our digestion and our gut health. So these bitters these bitter foods can really help with our gut integrity, our gut microbiome, and overall health and well-being and digestion too. So there's a lot of really good benefits to these bitter foods. And I will say that once you start to increase the percentage of chocolate or the dark chocolate, um, you start to get used to it too. And it's not to say that you can't pair it with like a fruit or create your own little, like maybe it's a chocolate covered fruit, or you could add in a little bit of maple syrup if you wanted, just a little bit. Not saying a lot, uh, but you can add dark chocolate to other things to help kind of balance out so it's not so bitter either. Um, I also like to pair it with like a nut butter. So a lot of times I will make a dark chocolate, melt dark chocolate, um, put it in like oh my gosh, a cupcake. Words are really hard. A cupcake liner. There we go. So I'll mix some dark chocolate with maybe a little bit of coconut oil so that it melts and gets a little runnier, smooth, and a little richer in flavor. Um, so I'll fill up a little bit of a cupcake um, liner, and then I'll add some nut butter in the middle of it, and then I will add more dark chocolate to cover it, and then pop those in the freezer, and it tastes like your own homemade Reese's peanut butter cups. So if you haven't noticed, I did make Reese's inspired protein bars, and I do love my peanut butter and chocolate. So I try to find better ways of indulging it than having the peanut butter cup. So there are ways to still enjoy things that you like, right? So that's just one example of how I like to incorporate dark chocolate. Dark chocolate may improve heart health. So again, thanks to those flavanols, and the flavanol is the main type of flavonoid found in chocolate, and they've been shown to have a very positive effect on heart health by reducing blood pressure, improving blood flow to the heart and the brain, and reducing the overall risk of heart disease. Cocoa butter, which is found in chocolate, is high in healthy fats and polyphenols, which, they act as antioxidants in the body and can help improve lipid profiles. So they can help reduce that total and bad LDL cholesterol in the body. And the cocoa butter can also help reduce inflammation too, thanks to these antioxidants. So dark chocolate is a high cholesterol food. So I know way back when they were like, stay away from high cholesterol foods. But in fact, the cholesterol that's in these higher cholesterol foods don't impact our blood levels like we once thought. And so dark chocolate is one of the safer, higher cholesterol foods to include in the diet. There are benefits to it. Obviously, if there are people that are cholesterol sensitive, so we do want to be mindful and just monitor blood levels if that is you. Research suggests that flavanol-rich dark chocolate could increase blood flow to the brain, improve cognitive performance, and improve overall brain function, which is wonderful. Dark chocolate may reverse the harmful impact of chronic stress on your brain nerve cells that impact memory processing and learning, and improve the brain's ability to deal with chronic stress. So research is needed more so, as it was mainly like research done in rats to find that. So we need more human research to really give more weight to that. But again, dark chocolate is filled with antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation, help promote, brain health, heart health, health to our overall body and organs. So I think there still is quite a bit to it. Dark chocolate may also improve your mood, may help keep you satiated longer. So again, since it is higher in fiber, that fiber is going to help, and fat. It's going to help promote that fullness and help keep you fuller longer. Versus if you were to have that milk chocolate, it's going to be higher in sugar. Your blood sugars are going to spike. They're going to dip. You're not going to have the fiber in there. You take out some of the milk fats as well, then you're adding in sugar. And so a lot of times the milk chocolate really just kind of gives you a little bit of energy, and then you crash and you're hungry. It leaves you wanting more, that's for sure. And dark chocolate may support healthy skin as well. I mean, it does a great job of supporting our gut microbiome. And when our gut microbiome is in great health, our skin shows it as well. And the antioxidants, again, going around fighting off all of these free radicals in the body, that's going to help our skin health too. Dark chocolate may lessen insulin resistance as well. So insulin resistance is when your body starts, creating a lot of insulin, um, and you're unable to utilize that insulin properly. It's unable to like perform as well as it does. It starts to become too much for the body, and it can get dysregulated. And that's where we can start to see like fatty liver disease popping up. We can start to really see a lot of health problems popping up. And so when we have higher insulin levels in the body, we start to see more of that chronic disease. We start to see the type 2 diabetes showing up. We see a lot of times dysregulated blood sugars too. So there's a lot of things that can happen when it comes to insulin resistance. And so dark chocolate is one way of lessening that insulin resistance in the body by improving your gut health, providing your body with the antioxidants, providing your body with fiber, all of that good stuff. And all in all, like I had said, it can help promote better gut health too. So when we have a stronger gut, we have stronger health, we have better immune function, we have better cognition. The list goes on when it comes to our gut health. So dark chocolate can play a role in that. So I want to do just like a quick glance of a nutritional profile for dark chocolate. Just kind of hit on some of the biggies when it comes to various nutrients and all of that. So in 1 ounce of dark chocolate that is like 70 to 85% cacao, you get about 12.8 grams of carbohydrates. So usually the higher the percentage of chocolate, the less carb is in there. You get 12 grams of fat. You get 3.1 grams of fiber, which is pretty decent there, especially for a tasty treat, right? 27% of your daily value of manganese, 25% of your daily value of copper, 19% of your daily value of iron, and 16% of your daily value of magnesium. It also provides other nutrients, but these are like some of the big ones that are really helpful. The higher percentages that are shown in the dark chocolate are part of the dark chocolate. Again, words are really hard. I apologize. Clearly, I need to go get some dark chocolate. I'm looking forward to some later today. And a lot of times, that magnesium, when we are full of stress, our body is burning through magnesium. So not only can that dark chocolate help our body that'll better handle stress, but maybe it's that magnesium in there that does so as well. That dark chocolate can also light up some aspects of the brain because it does bring that feel good, neurotransmitter as well. So, usually sugar lights up certain parts of the brain, right? But dark chocolate can also do the same thing. It's very comforting. Also, I notice when I do start to crave dark chocolate, it is during times of, I guess, higher stress for me. So my body is needing to try to rebalance. And, what better way of doing that than having a comfort food, right? So I, again, choose the darker chocolate. But a lot of times if I am out of balance in my other minerals too. So copper is big. I always feel like if I'm craving dark chocolate, my body is needing more copper. So unfortunately, our soils are very depleted of copper, and getting in that dark chocolate is one way of helping amp up that copper. So, what to look for when choosing a dark chocolate? And I'm going to provide you with some brands in my Facebook group. I'll also do some on my Instagram too as a social media post. So stay tuned for that. But I just want to give you some guidelines of if you were to go out and go shopping right now before maybe you go home tonight and you really want some dark chocolate or you want some chocolate in general and you're going to choose dark chocolate now, right? Uh, what do you look for? So you want to look for a higher cacao percentage, right? So the higher the percentage, the less sugar is likely to be in there. So you want to also look for the fewer or fewest ingredients. So chocolate liqueur or cocoa is, you typically want that to be the first ingredient, or cocoa powder, uh, cocoa nibs, and cocoa butter. Those are going to be the big things that you really want. You want to avoid the soy lecithin. You want to also avoid that sunflower lecithin too, as that's starting to show up in a lot of things. We want to get rid of like those fillers, all that extra stuff that we really don't need. We want to have the pure good stuff, and we can always make our own treats out of it. Going dairy free, again, trying to find a dairy free dark chocolate so that we can have better absorption of those wonderful beneficial compounds. Skip sugar free dark chocolate. So this can disrupt the gut and gut microbiome. It can disrupt our hormones and promote insulin resistance as well. And avoid going towards those Dutch chocolates as they tend to have reduced flavonoid content, whereas like the Colombian cocoa beans have been shown to have the highest total polyphenol content. You also want to choose one with the lowest levels of heavy metals. And unfortunately, a lot of popular brands do contain cadmium and lead. And if you are wanting more information on that, I can actually do another post, social media post on that too, so that you are aware. You want to buy ethically and look for legitimate certifications like Fair Trade, Rainforest Alliance, UTZ, and or Direct Trade. So when you see that on your chocolate, it's going to be typically of higher quality. I always tell people to try to go organic too, just to reduce those exposures to pesticides, which I know even organic, we're still finding that stuff on them, and they're still allowed allowed pesticides or allowed chemicals in general to be used. Um, but it's still going to be a little bit better than the non-organic. You also want to keep some powder in the pantry. Add it as a superfood for baking or in your morning coffee or in a smoothie. It can really amp up the flavors. I like Navita's organic cacao powder. I used to put that in smoothies. I need to get back into doing that. I need to get back into making smoothies. But I enjoyed having a little bit of that chocolate flavor. And then, I would add it to any breads or muffins or baked good that I was making for the kiddos too. And knowing that, it was higher quality, it was providing some superfood. It wasn't the milk chocolate that I know they would love to have and they get sometimes, but we want to try to have a functional food that is enjoyable. So, with that being said, that is what I have for you today on dark chocolate. I hope that you go pick some up, enjoy some, be intentional with your chocolate, be intentional with your day, celebrate Valentine's Day, and do it in a way that's going to be celebratory of your body too and your health. So, I hope that you all have a fantastic rest of your Valentine's Day. I'm wishing you a whole bunch of love, sending you a whole bunch of love. And until next time, take care.